It is such a lovely fall day. There's just a little soft breeze. I hope it doesn't make a noise in the camera. I want to take you back about 20, let's see, would be about 20 years ago, 21 years ago. And the year is 1997, so that'd be 21. I'm uh, I'm 60 years old then, and so I'm going to take you back to Idaho. And my writing, I probably wrote this for a November letter, but I probably wrote it in October. And woo, actually, it's still October, but you'll see it. Sorry about that. I dropped it. Okay, you'll see it in November. The small yellow bird flits among the worn, ragged wild sunflower. The frost has nipped the bud and turned the creeping vine scarlet. Fall has come to our little country farm. We cover the tomatoes each night and call Molly Mae the cat in to warm herself under the wood cook stove. Today I even announced I had put my last pickle and sauce in jars. All the preserving and the freezing is finished for the year. Autumn has arrived, my favorite season of them all. She is flamboyant, fickle, mysterious, melancholy, gaudy, and gay, and I love her. And by the way, I'm sitting in front of a very ragged sunflower. It's not a wild sunflower. Well, it sort of is because it just grew here all by itself. Tom has wanted let me take it out. It's looking so ragged. And I say just a little longer, but it does need to come out. Maybe maybe tomorrow or this week sometime. Anyway, a new season, new battles. Tom planted 2/3 of the sheep field into pasture, and now instead of the sheep eating natural Idaho weeds, they'll get tender morsels of real grasses. Last year's sheep gets gets a new wing, giving space for additional land to come. I'm shopping for a drum carter, hoping to make my wool preparations more efficient. I loved having sheep. I did. I loved their wool. I loved spinning it. I loved knitting it. I loved the lambs. And at the end of this, I'm going to try to show you some pictures of our wild sunflowers and also a picture of me. You won't see me, but you'll see me. You'll see the sheep as I am leading them out to pasture. Okay, I'm skipping some of this, and since the beginning of this epistle that I had been writing, we did have the killing frost, the third week of October. That froze, that, oh, excuse me. Anyway, the third week of October, that froze the heavily laden tomato vines and finished the entire garden. I did buy a good drum carter. The sheep sleep in the new wing of their shed, and the fall has produced rosy red apples again for pies. My pace has slowed down from summer's trot to unhurried, measured steps. At the end of summer, Tom set up the antique cook wood stove so we could cook on it. I wanted a wood cook stove since childhood. Seeing, smelling, and tasting breakfast on my grandmother's cook wood stove planted the desire in my young heart, and now in the beginning of my old age, I have a wood cook stove. And now our breakfast is fixed every morning on its hot black top with our plates warming on its rack while the bacon's appetizing smell chases the morning's chill from the room. Also, we have found it a great spot to simmer hearty soups. The garden has been put to bed for another year, and now I can begin to think about my wool rug again. My spinning wheel spins longer and livelier. Creamy yarns, soft yarns of many shades, black yarns fill up my basket and my head with dreams of knitted and crocheted design. My bedtime has arrived and time to put this letter to bed for the month. I hope your head is filled with many shades of plans and projects as you dream of a fresh new tomorrow. When we moved here, I gave my spinning wheel away. We don't need to wear wool sweaters and wool socks, although I still knit socks and wear them in the winter. So that part of my life is sort of finished. And the wool rug that I made, and it turned out to be quite large. Craig has it now in his bedroom, and it was made from our black ram, and he was a very pretty ram. And the cookwood stove, my grandmother, she also had, I think it was an electric stove. I mean, in the summertime when it was hot, she always cooked on the other stove. But in the mornings, even in the summer, breakfast was made on that wood stove. And I just loved her stoves. They were always so beautiful with the chrome and, oh, just the shiny chrome and the black. They were beautiful. And so that put my desire to do that. And I have lots of fond memories of our own cook wood stove. You know, there's nothing cooks better than a wood stove, then a gas stove, I suppose, and last an electric stove. But the first thing and the best thing is a wood stove for cooking. Just really nice. And it's nice to have your bread warming in the ovens. It was just a nice thing to have, and I had it for quite a few years. And again, that ended when we moved here. So it's a different part of my life, and no more sheep. And like I say, I really loved having the sheep. And so anyway, I'll end off with that, and I hope you have many plans and projects and fresh new dreams of tomorrow. And then I want to end with, this is the day the Lord hath made. Rejoice and be glad in it.